these students. So the thing I did, what I mentioned, all the thing I did is the first time for me. I never did this kind of things before. So actually, when I started to do this, I told myself, just try an arrow. When you try, you will make some errors, but it's okay. When you make the errors, you'll try to revise it. Or when you don't know how to do it, you can ask the people to help you, especially the professor. She can help me a lot. So it's not as hard as you imagine. Just try it. When you try it more and more, and you will be better. Okay, and after I attend this conference, I have an impression is that we should improve our English skill. Yeah, because when I attended the conference, actually I'm not really understand what I'm talking about. Actually, the most reason I think is that because when maybe I can understand 50 or 60% of the English that the American speak English, but I hardly understand the Indian people speak English, the Japanese people speak English, even the England people speak English, because that's the accent, the reason. So in this part, we should to improve, because when you attend this conference, if you're gonna discuss with people, you should in English. If you're gonna to present, you should use in English. Even you're gonna to ask a question, you have to use English. So English is important. Okay, so we should to improve English continuously. Okay, after the serious and the boring part and this topic, I will show you what I do in the Brisbane. Okay, then I will introduce a brief introduction of the Brisbane cities, and then I will tell you how I prepare before I travel. Okay, last I will show you life in the Brisbane. For example, the traffic of the Brisbane and the food what I eat in Brisbane, and the hot spots that where I go travels in Brisbane. Okay, Brisbane, it's the third most population city in Australia. That's about, the first one is Sydney, the second one is the Melbourne. Okay, and Brisbane is the third one. And it's the capital of the Australian state of the Queensland. And especially, it's the sister city with the Kaohsiung. So there is a stone that's located in the park, in the Brisbane's the southern park, and you can see the Kaohsiung's, the Taiwan's signal here. Okay, and about the exchange rate of the NT dollars to the Australian dollars 1 to 30, it's almost the same as the United dollars. Well, I use the Google Map to show you what Brisbane. Actually, it's a very small city. So if you're going to travel in Brisbane, you just stay in 2 days enough, because the Brisbane, this is whole Brisbane city, downtown, and this is the Brisbane rivers. It divided the south part and the north part of Brisbane. In the south part, in this part, there are many art galleries and museums and the park in here. And the North Brisbane is that there are some shopping malls, the casinos, and even the restaurants in this part. So if you want to eat something, you have to walk from this to the North Brisbane to eat something, because there is nothing in the South Brisbane. And I'm so lucky. My hotel is located in the South Brisbane. And here, as you see, it's my hotels. And then this is the train stations of the Brisbane. And this part is the convention center, it's the conference place, so I have mentioned. So it's really close. So, well, before I travel, what I'm going to do is that, actually it's not the first time for me to travel by myself. I have the experience to travel in America for 3 months last year. So every time, the most important thing I think you should to prepare just these 4 things. Actually, that's about the tickets. The tickets you can book by yourself, or you can ask the agency to help you to buy the tickets. And I've compared with the price you book by yourself or you ask the travel agency to help you to buy the tickets. It's almost the same. So you can ask the travel agency to help you, and then it will help you to apply the visa. So the tickets from the Brisbane to Australia from the Taipei to Brisbane is 35,000, and the visa just $300. Okay, and the other thing I think it's really important to buy. I bought the phone card in Taiwan online, and I bought this phone card. It's an Australian phone card, so you will have the local numbers. I mean that you have the Australian numbers when you put in your phone. So if you have this, you can contact with your friend if you have a friend in the Brisbane or in Australia, or even you can call back to Taiwan if there's something emergency, or your parents can call you from Taiwan to call this number. It's okay. And the other is that the most important, you can use it to use the internet, because the Wi-Fi, the free Wi-Fi is inconvenience in Australia. You can't find any free Wi-Fi in the public place. Even the hotel, they don't have the Wi-Fi. So during this 10 days, all I can do is that use the risk cards for to search internet. So you can have the 1 megabyte a day for free. Okay. And then the third reason is that you can, if you use out of the quota, you can purchase the refill card online, and you can add the more quota to this phone card. Okay, and the third is that the smartphone. Because I'm so stupid to read the paper map. So every time I read the paper map, I would go lost. But if you have a smartphone, you can use it to the Google Map. So when you go lost, you can try to use the Google Map to come back to the destination. And also you can use it to Skype. Skype is for free, so you can connect with friends. You can go back to Taiwan just for free. And the other reason is that you can use it to search. Just like in Australia, they have a website, and you can use it to check what time is the bus will come in, or which bus you will take. You just type in the destination, and it will show you how to go to that destination. But all of this, you should use the internet. So, okay, I think it's the important part. And then the travel book. In this part, okay, this is the book that my professor Dan provide me. Because the Brisbane is a really small city, so you can't find any book that is introduced Brisbane. So this book, it's more information about the Brisbane. So if you got to travel in Brisbane, I recommend this book for all of you. Okay, so about the traffic in Brisbane, it is very convenient about the public traffic inconvenience. There you just buy a car, go car. It's just like a yo-yo car, yeah. And you just put in money, and you can use it. And there are the bus, and you can take the train, or even they have the boats. They call the city cats to everywhere, but it's very, very expensive. When you take the when you take the bus, just if you just take one section, you have to pay $3. So it means that you have to pay almost $100 to take the bus. So when I I just walk, because you walk just 5 minutes, so we don't have to pay $100 to take the bus. Okay, and the food in Brisbane, it's really, really expensive there. Okay, average the meal, you have to pay $10. It's almost $300 in Taiwan. Especially the breakfast. There's a sandwich just like this, and the coffee. You have to pay $13. So it means that almost $400 in the breakfast. So the first day I'm in Brisbane, and I try to look for the restaurant or where I can eat, and I just work and to look and how much it is. I find it's too expensive. So I have the experience in America that if you want to buy something cheap, you should go to the supermarket, especially the Asia supermarket. So I'm so lucky. I'm find a Korean supermarket. So just buy my breakfast. A toast just $1, the milk just $2, and this convenience noodles you can have them with nice snack. Okay, and the other is just like a Subway, because in the Brisbane after the 7 o'clock, all the restaurant, all the shop are closed, so you have nothing to eat except the Subway. So we just can't eat that. But one Subway is $30, so 400 is a Subway. Okay, and there are many Japanese food there. I like it so much because it's food and it's still expensive, just like ramen. Yeah, it's usually the $400. Yeah, and sushi. It's more cheaper. A roll for two Australia dollars or $60 in NT dollars. Okay, and okay, let me show you these photos. Okay, I ordered a lot of French fries because the English is different from the America and Australia. So when I ordered a meal, I got to order another snack, and I look at the menu, and it's right crisp, C-R-I-S-P, crisp, and I have no idea what is that, so I just ordered it. So the crisp is the French fries. So in Australia, the French fries is the crisp, but they didn't use the French fries, or they used the crisp. Okay, so and another I can show you that a different way to use. When you in America, if you want to eat in the restaurant, it's here. Okay, or if you want to take out, they will say take out. So they will actually here take out. But in Australia, they will actually here or take away. So this is a little bit different during even though all the same English. Okay, and it's a Starbucks. I'm so happy the Starbucks there because it's almost the price almost the same as Taiwan, and it's the cheapest drink in Australia. So okay, so this is $5 in Australia, but others the coffee, the small coffee, it's $6 or more. So every day I work for 1 kilogram or 2 kilograms to buy the Starbucks every day. Okay, and then I will show you some hot stuff I travels in the Brisbane. Well, it's the South Bank Parkland. It's a large park in the South Bank. Well, there is a man-made beach here. So there are some bikinis, and they are doing the some baths in there. And then you can picnic there. So, and especially there is rock climbing. And these people, they are rock climbing at night. So it's really dark there, but they're still so enjoying it. And this is the skin of the Brisbane. It's really beautiful. And also it's the wheel of the Brisbane. There is a wheel in the South Bank Park. Okay, as I mentioned, you can have a picnic in there. So here is the barbecue the first day when I arrived in the Brisbane. Actually, I have a friend that he is working holiday in the suburban of the Brisbane. So when I arrived on Saturday, and all of them, he and their friends from the suburban of the Brisbane come to the downtown to having a barbecue. Okay, so this is what I buy. And this handsome guys are from Norway and Finland. Okay, and these two girls are from Finland. All of them are working holiday in Australia. So they are staying there for a long time. They earn the money and then travels in the Brisbane. Okay, and this is that we are